pussy up a dirty spike.
Hey.
I be in a pussy up a
Hey.
dirty spike.
Hey.
I be in a pussy up a
Hey.
dirty spike.
Hey.
She likes me by the candlelight. I be in a pussy up a dirty spike. I be in a pussy up a dirty spike.
Hey.
Well, back at it again. It's been way too long since I've been right here. My name is Gil, Black Ice, Midnight Ice. Welcome. This is Impact, my boy.
What's up, y'all?
Man, it's been a minute since I've been on this stage, and I finally have enough time to do it. And it's been a lot that's been going on in the media or whatnot. I've been trying to stay away from it from as long as I can, but at the same time, this is a venue for me to go ahead and let what be known, what needs to be known. Impact, you got any questions for me?
Yeah, well, number one, the hot topic of the week is Tory Lanez. Now, there was reports of him getting stabbed, and they didn't have it confirmed at first, but it came out that it was not only confirmed that he got stabbed, but they also knew something about it, and they said it was a riot. So, yeah, I got a lot of questions, man. Number one, how does that happen?
How does what happen?
How does a high-profile music star get access to be stabbed?
Okay, because when it all boils down to it, he's just a number. So he gets circulated through the California Corrections Department through coming from county jail to a reception center. This reception center in tune comes up with an algorithm and sends him to another institution, and it further goes on like that. So anybody can get everybody's a number, and you get thrown in a pot, and you're in this pot until you get sent somewhere else that you're going to do the remainder of your time. Basically.
Huh. Okay, so I don't know exactly like where he was or where he already was on, but okay, it came out that he got stabbed by a Mexican, and it was a riot. How does riots usually, what does the riots usually consist of?
Either it can be the same race or two different races. From what it looks like, from my perspective, you have blacks and Mexicans about to riot or going to riot due to the fact that a black was stabbed by a Mexican. He was stabbed 14 times. I don't know anybody that's going to allow that to be okay.
Okay, now, and that's the vague part where when niggas that go to jail, they don't really get into it. What does that mean? What do you mean? You see...
Basically, I did 12 years, right? I don't see anybody being okay with letting another nationality stab that African American. When it all boils down to it, he's still a black individual. He's still a black man, no matter where he's at. He's still a black man. He can't join the KKK. He can no longer. He doesn't burn in the sun. He's a black man.
So even though he's Canadian.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
That don't matter.
That doesn't matter. What does his skin say? What does his DNA say?
Right.
And what does he come in as? See, politically, he could have came in as a black, or he could have came in as an other. An other is basically anybody that doesn't want to politic with African Americans. Now, looking at it, no, he didn't do that. I'm just saying, I don't see him politicking as an other. Even though he's Jamaican, he's a black man at the end of the day.
Well, 14 times a lot of times to get stabbed. Number two, do you think that was orchestrated, or you think that was something personal between him and the old boy?
I think that was something personal.
You think it's something personal?
Yeah.
Because everybody online is thinking Rock Nation set it up to pay him to go do it because...
When he paid him a suit?
Something about... because they had the information about the girl that said that the friend shot Megan.
Oh, no.
That's what they've been... That's one of the conspiracy theories I've been hearing.
Hearsay is admissible in court. I don't believe.
You laughing. This is not a funny match.
You're right, but at the same time, like I'm laughing at the theories that you came up with because
Yeah.
these are theories that are coming from outside perspectives about the situation. They're coming up with these. They're coming up with these cockamamie ideas about he owes this. He was paying ransom for that. He wasn't. I don't see him paying ransom. He was a millionaire, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, and he has influence where he's at. So I don't see him having to pay for protection. I don't see him doing that. I see him doing what he's doing to get the hell out of prison. I don't see him adding any other bullshit. Come to talk about it. Even the guy that stabbed him, wasn't he in there? He was a double murderer or something like that. And who had stabbed his 13-year-old girl that he was dating or something like that. So
that's wild.
So exactly, you're a child molester, dude. You did who? I mean,
right. I mean, so that means that they were on those yards that everybody be talking about. That
50-50 yard. 50-50 yards are basically yards where individuals are trying to go home. Bottom line. If you want to go home and you've been in prison for a long time, you got individuals that don't want to politic with the bullshit no more, and they go on these 50-50 yards to go home. Now, these 50-50 yards consist of everything up under the sun. You got your rats, you got your snakes, you got your caterpillars, meaning you got your snitches, you got your homosexuals, you got dropouts. You got individuals that no longer want to participate in the political structure of prison. Because the political structure of prison will break some individuals. Some individuals don't want to be there based on the fact that somebody else is telling them something to do that they never met. So they'll drop out. Sorry about that, y'all.
So from your tone of voice, it sounds like that's a yard that
some people shut up on it, some people don't.
Right, it's just kind of up to you, and then
exactly.
But the people that don't go there are gonna look at you away.
And whereas
I'm asking, that's a question.
You say what?
the people that don't go in there, they're gonna look at them away.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh damn! So what is the way though? Like
damn,
whatever you went in there.
Yeah, exactly. That or okay. And this is another thing you have to think about. Mexicans and blacks have different structures. They have different political things. So whereas what may be good for a Mexican to do is not okay for a black to do, or what's good for a black to do is not okay for a Mexican to do. Same thing as Mexicans don't run our politics. Mm-hmm. Mexicans, they run their own politics, right? Mm-hmm. So what we might consider okay, they might not consider okay. Mm-hmm. Versus we know you and I is trying to get home. We both know this is the avenue to go home. What are you going to choose? Go home?
So how is somebody that's got triple murder life, why is he on that yard? He ain't going home.
Because he's probably been there for a length of time, and he's reduced custody. He's been good for a certain amount of time, and they reduced his custody to where he can be around these individuals. That's not uncommon to be around that. Like somebody would double, I guess, you know?
Yeah. So I guess rounding it all out with that, they stabbed him. You don't see how the black race was going to let that slide.
Don't.
I'm assuming right now everybody's probably locked down.
Yeah.
They said it was a riot. I didn't hear no more about the riot. After that, I only heard about Tory Lanez getting stabbed. So I don't really know if there is a riot or if there wasn't one, because there would be reports maybe of more people getting stabbed, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean...
But I don't ever hear about niggas getting stabbed in jail. It's rare that
I don't, exactly, and I don't pay attention to those news feeds where they let you know every bit and fart of an inmate. I don't do that no more, but I mean, you can check wherever you can check to find out who's going to have a riot, or you know what I mean. But I just don't see it not happening. I don't.
I'm just So I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is it sounded like they said it was a riot, but then the next day it was like an isolated incident between
Oh,
a Mexican and Tory Lanez.
oh, they probably jumped the gun. And the CDCR seen the fact that it was a black and Mexican altercation and immediately slammed it. Immediately shut down the facilities to where individuals have to eat inside their cell, and you can only come out through escort. Anybody that was involved in the incident was moved to ADSEG, administrative segregation, where they take you away from the population. And so in the situation like this, what I see taking place is that, let's say, okay, black and Mexican got stabbed, there's a situation there. So yeah, you're going to be slammed for at least 90 days. No, they changed that. They changed it to where you were only slammed for 2 weeks, and then you would come up off the lockdown, and they would see if you can program or whatnot. And if no incident occurred through their little releasing of individuals, if no incident occurred, they would resume program. But if there was another incident, they would slam the program again.
Huh. All right. Well, I guess the main question to all this is, when those doors get unlocked, you think it's gonna go down?
I don't think it.
You don't? Or you don't think it?
I don't think it.
Oh damn. You know?
I don't know shit. My name is Benny, and I ain't in it.
I hear you.
I'm staying clear about that. I'm glad I'm home. I'm glad I'm with my family. I'm glad I'm not in that situation any longer. I'm glad I no longer subscribe to the bullshit that put me in prison any longer. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not having to worry about that situation any longer. Pretty much.
So, how you feel about Tory Lanez right now? Like, do you think that you think they're gonna throw him back in there? You think they're gonna move him? You think?
I don't see him going back to that prison. I see him probably either being moved to an institution where he has high notoriety, so they're gonna either put him in the SHU, put him in places like where Charles Manson was. They're gonna put him in the SHU where he's away from the population, but he's a star, so he's not in prison, but he's in prison, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or they might release him due to the fact that there was a lie and there was a perjury case. There's a potential perjury in this case, and due to the fact that she or somebody lied in the case and he was stabbed in reception, and he has the potential to be innocent.
Mm-hmm.
He has a chance of getting out.
Damn. That's good news for Tory Lanez, man. A lot of people think he didn't shoot her, dog, and like body language of her homegirl was speaking loud as hell. That's all I'm saying. Damn, it was speaking loud. When she said, "I got immunity," the nigga said, "Yep." Well, she gave the Vegas blanket, what? But you know what? I ain't got no dog in the fight. I'm one of those people where I can't just say the girl's lying. When you're back, one thing about this Meg situation, and we can go to the next topic, is, and I'm gonna just say this, don't really got nothing to do with her and her morals, but when niggas do stuff behind my back, or even my kids, I can't see it. Some, like, if your back is turned, you can only assume sometimes, and if you get hurt behind it, like, all that stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand her, like, just picking somebody to blame, because that's how it is when somebody do some shit behind your back.
Picking somebody to blame, but
and there's two niggas behind you. It's like, you know, she picked who she thought it wasn't, and it be like that. You be wrong as hell sometimes.
And they call somebody their life.
Yeah. But so did the girl that actually shot too. But they acting like they was on some street shit, and they're fucking entertainers. Just I don't know why he don't want to. His ass should have got up there and talked, because you're dog, like you ain't in the streets and stuff. Like I know you do songs with all those niggas, but
talk about what? Like you ain't got nothing to talk. Like
that nigga could have said, "Dog, I didn't shoot her." Like, What does he really got to lose? I don't think he would have lost no fans. Like I said, he didn't got no. It's not like he was trying to push for a street credibility.
I don't know what he was thinking.
But now he got a jail rap behind some shit that
yeah,
maybe he didn't do.
I hope he make it through. He's in my prayers because 14 stab wounds.
That's wild. 14 is stab a lot.
Wounds. Like, come on, bro.
14 like, in the cheek? Oh.
Like, if you look at everything and where he was stabbed at, damn.
He was trying to do him, boy. Balls.
Like,
he was trying to get him gone.
Airlifted him.
Yeah, man. So, there's another topic that we wanted to touch on, or that you wanted to touch on.
Go ahead, leave it.
I forgot the name of the kid that was killed by the cop.
Oh, your boy, Rodney Hinton.
There we go.
Yeah, you sparked the fire. I've been paying attention to that. Do you want to go ahead or should I?
Yeah, you got a little bit more knowledge on it than me. I'll chime in.
Okay. And now, I forgot the date, but there was an incident in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the body footage of an officer was shown and somebody's son was killed. The son of Rodney Hinton Jr., his son was killed by the Cincinnati Police Department. And even though popular words are, oh, he shouldn't have did it because it was a random officer, I can understand y'all saying that, but it's an eye for an eye. Motherfuckers is tired of getting their kids killed. I mean, that's my perspective of it, because even though he was a young black male and the officer did not mean to shoot him or whatever, he's still a young black male, and people are tired of those males being killed by the police. Rodney Hinton shouldn't have hit the officer. You're right. We're sorry about that. Yeah, but how many more kids need to die? How many more kids need to be buried and nothing happens? That father was tired of that occurring. He was tired of watching that continuously, and just he was going to get paid a few $1 million.
It takes it back to that, those stories and those movies and stuff of slavery. Like, you hit them with a fist and they kill you, dog. Like, and it's just, nigga, generations and decades of that stuff, bro. Like, it's a touchy subject because, yes, of history, we know, like, if you sneeze by a cop, there's a chance they'll shoot your fucking head off if you're black. Excuse my language. But at the same time, it's like, sometimes you get fed up, and that might be the last time you get fed up. And it's a cold game, but it's like, we know that's a chance that we got to take because they was just doing it to us back then, and they were way braver than we are now. But at the same time, I don't fault
Rodney?
Let's see. I don't fault the dad for... I'm talking about the dad right now. I don't fault the dad for his pain and stuff behind his kid getting killed. I just fault the dad for... When you get older and stuff, you do gotta... Some stuff... It's like you grow... You have to be more mature than that. This, I can't tell nobody to feel after losing their kid. Don't get me wrong. But I've seen both sides of the coin. I've seen people go off the edge and kill somebody behind it, and then they go to jail. Now it's 2 lives gone, and then I've seen people that heal from it. It takes a long time, but you'll get, you get through it. You'll get stronger. I've seen it. So I'm more, I don't know. On this one, I don't know how I would feel. Because I know me. It has to happen. When it happens, it's... And that's just my personal thought on that. I don't know too much about the story, but I couldn't imagine it, dog.
Look, I'm emotional about that because I'm getting in touch with my dad, right? So my dad was out of my life for 25 years, basically. He did 12 years, I did 12 years. So watching this case and watching what's going on, I can understand that love that's right there,
Yeah.
I can understand it. I can feel it. plain and simple. I can understand the fact that here it is. You have a father who had a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. A father who had a child. His child was killed by a racist police department who jumped the gun. I seen the body footage. Dude jumped the gun. You got a kid coming out of between two trash cans, and he bails to the right. Now, instinctively, you grabbed your pistol and you said he had a gun.
Mm-hmm.
But your training would tell you to go another route because you had your partner had your flank. He wasn't going nowhere. You don't have to pull the trigger. But you did. And the father seen that. He seen the footage and he wasn't okay with it. He wasn't okay with the fact that he knew that this was going to get wiped up under the rug. That's what happened. Now, he should have went about it a different route, but he didn't.
Yeah, you know the police gonna dog the dad out. Well,
Oh yeah, because I did some research on the officer. He was a veteran. His
the father.
The one that passed away.
Oh,
he was a vet. He was a veteran. His daddy was a veteran. So, and they're from the Caucasoid Mountains. So, they're gonna play this up with all flags drawn high. A Negro killed our veteran. That's what they're gonna push. Damn. But what happened to Sandra Bland? What happened to all these other African Americans that was killed? Why wasn't the same effort done? What happened to our veterans that were killed? And then none of this took place. And that's why he did what he did, because same things are gonna be done.
Man, well, I did want to take a moment to say, hey, you know, love, thoughts, and prayers to everybody. Tory Lanez, you know, all the victims. What's the young man name that was killed by the police?
Rodney Hinton.
Rodney Hinton. His father. It's. You know, I ain't got nothing against the police and stuff like that, but they be doing some wild stuff. So I try my best to avoid them at all costs. Just avoid them.
I keep laughing in my head, bro, because I keep thinking about when we were in front of the in front of the stove over there by Branham, and you went off foot with the police. And
Well, what you mean? Why? Ah, shit.
no, basically, it was around Christmas time. We had a bottle of Carl's Rossi. I'll never forget. And we were getting ready to go back.
Like this big.
Yeah, exactly. We were getting ready to go around the corner. And I think somebody had called the police and said somebody was doing something to him in the parking lot, which nobody was. We had just got the bottle of Carl's Rossi and we were walking back to the house. Just took a break under the umbrella right there by, what's that? Spanham. Anyway, police drive up and get to talking to us, asking us our name and whatnot. And I'm going into my role of trying to get the fuck up out of there. And this role consists of complying with officers and just talking just like this. When this individual goes ahead and says something other than what I'm doing to make the officer say, well, if you would have acted more like your buddy, you would have been out of here.
Man. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, hey, man, we was just walking to the store, getting some snacks, we're headed back to the house.
That's it.
You gotta get them up off you, man. Police be tripping.
And that shows you.
With this guy, he don't even be doing nothing. I can vouch for it. Doing nothing. He just black outside. And they pull us, and I'm black too, so we just too dark out here.
We're definitely getting pulled over.
Oh man,
Living while black.
They always messing with my dog, but we got him back. I'm glad we got him back, man. I get to ask him about stuff like this, so I think we should sit down and do more of these stories probably together too, man, because, we got,
Oh, I got more
topics
stories,
and all
yeah.
that. And you always welcome to shoot them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just we got to get
Orchestrate-
y'all reeled in,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
orchestrate the time. Orchestrate the time, because I do work 2 different jobs, selling furniture and in-home support care. I'm starting with my dad, and I'm trying to start this new venture. I'm getting ready. I just got my podcast equipment, and I'm getting ready to line that up. So we got a lot of new stuff coming up, y'all.
Yeah, man. So I guess this is the next episode. Until the next episode.
Yeah. And I'll be up to
Midnight
pussy up a
Ice.
dirty Sprite.
Hey.
I'll be up to pussy up a dirty Sprite.
Hey.
I'll be up to pussy up a dirty Sprite.
Hey.
Wrong.
Peace out, y'all.